and Teraglide is a perfect replacement for that. Yes, it's not as it's almost the same price tag. It's almost the same size as a golf cart, but it looks very different. That's where you can get a lot of attention in those communities.
So really quick answers, Alex. So number one, is it a road bike or an e-bike?
It's an e-bike.
One thing every rider must carry. Oh, here we go. This is a good one.
A good mood. And your phone.
I wasn't expecting
and your phone to play some music.
Your phone, yes. Quote you live by.
The best way to imagine the future is to create it.
G'day and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Pete Cooper, and today we're talking to Alex Gudilko. Now, Alex is an engineer with a master's in electrical engineering, and he has developed multiple consumer products over his decade-long career in consumer electronics, valued at over $50 million. But his latest project, and what we're going to talk about in detail today, is a product called Teraglide. This is a three-wheel e-bike and a very cool product. So let's get into that right now. Welcome, Alex. Welcome to the show. Alex Gudilko from Teraglide. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Alex. How did you end up here where you are today with Teraglide, the company, and where did you start and how did it all come about?
Hi, Pete. It's a pleasure to be here. To be honest, I never thought I'm going to end up designing their electric bicycles, but here we are. A few words about me. I've been electrical engineer for my entire career. I've been working with companies big and small, designing all sort of complex stuff, anywhere from CNC machines and robotics and all the way down to consumer electronics. And a couple of years ago, I'm the founder and CEO of HA Protect. We are a product development company, and we work with startups designing new hardware products. And a couple of years ago, we met Mike, who had an ambitious idea about designing the premium Recumbent electric tricycle, what later became Teraglide. And we worked with Mike for a couple of years, me and my team working alongside Mike and his team to actually envision what this vehicle might look like and going for engineering and prototyping. So a couple of years forward, here we are.
That's amazing. So you may not know this about my history, but I started my entrepreneurial journey building bikes as well. I felt there was a niche for electric fat bikes. You feel there's a need for electric tricycles, right? So where do you see the market opportunity is for you?
I think, just over, when you look at the Recumbent and the tricycles, they all look very similar. They are functionality driven, not design driven. And when you sit on a tricycle, you kind of feel like you are older because they're mostly for people who are not capable of running on a regular bike. And we wanted to shift that perception from something you have to ride to something you want to ride. So Teraglide was initially about functionality and design altogether. And I think we created a really good blend of the performance and the appealing look.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the performance. I mean, you and I have worked a little bit together on the product. I've not seen it physically, but someone who's never heard of Teraglide before, what are the top level features that you want to express?
Think about a small electric car that you can drive on a bike lane. That is the simplest explanation I can give. And when we take it down to Santa Monica or to Venice, it's a head turner. People look at you all the time like it's something that people don't take easily. They come, they ask questions, and they're surprised you can actually take this to a bike lane. So it's a combination. It's something in between. It's a bigger tricycle and it's a smaller vehicle. So it's a three-wheel unit. You sit comfortably in a recliner chair. You can pedal, but you don't have to because it's driven by the battery and electric motors, and it can go really fast. We artificially limit performance to stay compliant because you're still on a bike lane, but it can go really fast, almost as, I won't say number, but it can go really fast.
Yeah. So interestingly, your history lines up with mine too. My bikes that I created were very powerful, but we software controlled them down so that they fit into
Exactly.
the legal limits, both here and in
Exactly.
Australia. Of course, it meant I had to carry the extra weight, but I think it was worth it because when we traded the software down, we got a much bigger boost in the reliability of the product as well. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a design decision. When we were getting started, we were like in between how fancy we want to get, and
Mm.
one of our designers drew a sketch, and it immediately catches everyone's attention. So that's how we got the really bold cabin around the bike and those big fenders in the front. And then as we worked on this, we added one of functionality. So it's not just something that looks cool, but it also have a bunch of features. It have plenty of storage. So if you decide to take it to a grocery store, you can actually get a six pack and a bag of grocery. It has music system, so you can play your tunes as you drive the neighborhood. And yeah, one of the funny perks about being early, and when we built these prototypes and I was test driving them in my neighborhood, all my neighbors who I never saw and talked to in years living in LA, they started coming and, greeting me. So it was a great way to meet everyone in the neighborhood.
Yes. Yes. Oh, and they're very eye-catching, aren't they? So
Yeah.
one of the features that stands out to me is that the piece that sits behind the rider, the rear housing or the rear shroud, and that's got lights and things like that. Why did you go that direction with that design?
Yeah, just once again, the majority of the tricycles on the market look very similar. There is a frame and there is a seat, and they all look like a skeleton type. I think so. It's nothing remarkable about them. And when we actually thought about making it look more like a car,
Mm.
less like a bike, that's where the inspiration is coming in. And we were very careful about not over designing just for the sake of designing. And we have a bunch of electronics, so we cover all the electronics, and we provide storage inside. So a bag of grocery can fit just behind your head. That was their additional functionality that comes with that stylish cabin
Hmm.
behind you.
Hmm. So where are you in production now? Are you going to market soon? When can someone get their hands on a TerraGlide?
Yeah, that's a good question. So the project started 2 years ago, and we're going through reviews, iterations of engineering. We have version two. We presented it last year, and then we substantially optimized it with the version two. The version two was about two motors, more battery life, and just more manufacturable design. We are preparing for production as we speak. There is still some marketing research going on. We're still figuring out the price for the unit, but technical wise, we're doing the final steps of optimization to get us down to production. So all things combined, I hope 2026 will be a year when the first
Hmm.
commercial units will be delivered to people.
Yeah. So whereabouts are you based, Alex?
We are in Los Angeles, and we
Hmm.
have a few units which are driving on the coastal line here. One in purple, one in green, one in black. And TerraGlide is going on a tour around the country. So they're going to be going to Phoenix and Florida to actually show them to people. One of the interesting places where people might be really interested in using TerraGlide is in gated retirement communities, where people normally use golf carts. And
Hmm.
this can be a really interesting alternative to that because, again, when you live in that community, you have to have a golf cart because there are no cars allowed there. And Terraglide is a perfect replacement for that. Yes, it's
Hmm.
not as, it's almost the same price tag. It's almost the same size as a golf cart, but it looks very different. That's where you can get a lot of attention in those communities. So Florida, and Arizona might be some of the areas for the first adopters with Teraglide.
Do you think that the product is more US focused, or do you see it like going global? Can you go to other countries outside the US?
Yeah, I don't see any reason why not to. The US is the prime market to begin with. I definitely see, and we've had a lot of interest from other countries, especially in hospitality. So for some of the fancy hotels, which might want to offer different transportation options on the territory, so it might be the way to go internationally.
Nice. All right. So if they want to get their hands on a Teraglide, we'll leave some links in the description down here for you. And then they can maybe get their hands on something in 2026. So I'd like to segue a little bit into some of the safety side of things. They're going to bridge across to some of the Hawkeye. I mean, Hawkeye is very much a safety product. What have you built into TerraGlide that keeps the rider safe?
Oh yeah, it's a good question. So, from mechanical reliability to electrical reliability, there is a lot of features that come standard in a bike. So all things that keeps your battery safe, keep your electronics safe. Mechanically, there is a powerful suspension, so it can withstand the crash. And we did some test crashes, to see how well it performs. Yeah, but the bigger the unit gets, the more problematic it becomes with the blind spot. Yes, you can turn your head easily to see what's around you, but when you go in high speed, you might want to see what's behind you. That's where Hawkeye might be an interesting addition for us to see what's behind you when you are changing lanes, for example.
Yeah. And we've talked a little bit about that. And just to give Hawkeye a little plug here, we've developed that system to be focused on going to direct to consumers. So it bolts really under the saddle of a bike. But in your case, we could actually blend it into and make it an integral part of the bike. So it looks attractive and it works seamlessly with the rest of the bike. If you don't know anything about Hawkeye, it's AI powered. So it's an AI vision system, which actually is interpreting what's behind and presenting it as a graphical display to the user. So they have their phone out in front of them. That could be part of a cockpit, which could be integrated as well in some future manifestation of a TerraGlide hybrid kind of rework. All right, so I've got some rapid fire questions that my team prepared. I got a few here. Some of them you probably already answered. I'll try to skip those. So really quick answers, Alex. So number one, is it a road bike or an e-bike?
It's an e-bike. It's an e-bike which you can take on the bike lane and potentially with some limitations on the regular road at some point.
Cool. Here we go. Morning ride or evening ride?
You can do both because it has lights, but the morning ride will be bigger because you have a lot more attention from people around you.
Yeah, he said that. Good answer. One thing every rider must carry. Oh, here we go. This is a good one.
A good mood and your phone
I wasn't
and your
expecting
phone to
that.
play some music.
Your phone, yes.
To play some music.
Yeah. All right. Speed or stability?
We need to do both. Yeah, we're targeting their both young riders and older riders. So for them, safety is a must. So Terraglide is designed to be stable,
Hmm.
but it can go really fast if you want to.
Cool. One safety rule you never break.
Don't take it on the road where cars can be because it's not street legal yet.
Good. Your go-to fitness hack? This is a personal question.
Consistency,
Hmm.
like pick a day or two during the week, set appropriate time, and always go there at that time. That's how I get myself in shape, and I cannot complain.
Ah, good. Good on you. Pedal power or motor assist?
It's actually both. It's electric power, so it's going to be fully electric. But if you choose to pedal, we design a smart system which gives you stable resistance across different level. So if you
Hmm.
decide to think about that as a peloton, which can go on a street with different speed. So you set the exercise level you want to get, and you control the speed independently. So this way, you can be going uphill, downhill on a flat with the same resistance.
Cool. One word for TerraGlide.
Premium,
Premium. All right.
yeah.
One word for Hawkeye. There you go.
Future,
Hmm.
safety,
Love
two words.
it. I'm glad you're doing this. Not me. I got my own answers for that. Ride you'll never forget. Oh, that's a good one.
The first time we took Terraglide to the beach last year, we had, I don't know, 200, 300 people coming to us asking questions. So,
Mhm.
it always boosts your ego when something you design raises as much attention. So it was really powerful to see that what we envisioned and engineering for so long got a lot of attention from day one.
Nice. Very, very nice. One feature every future bike must have.
I think it's about the range. So your bike is only as useful as the range you can get out of it. So you need to be able to go full day on a single charge or more. That's where
Mhm.
we designed Teraglide. We thought that in mind. So you go out in the morning, you drive for the whole day, and you get back home, and you still have some battery power left. And that's what we achieved with Teraglide and big battery inside.
Right. So when you say that, you wouldn't be riding it all day, but you would be out in the day. And
I mean, some people might. So, and I would definitely envision, I live in the hills, so I definitely envision myself going across the hills. And yeah, by the way, we designed that to be able to go very steep hills. So, like some extreme hills. So, you don't want to be stuck somewhere. The whole reason to get e-bike is because you want to be able to go places you cannot on a regular bike. So, we designed this massive giant Terraglide with ability to climb the steep hills,
Mhm.
15, 20-degree hills, which are massive. I use my sports car usually to go there, but it
Mhm.
would be amazing to get Teraglide to go into the mountains.
So I've got two quick questions then. What's the sort of range in miles that Terraglide could do?
Depending on conditions, it can be around 40, 50 miles on a single charge.
Hmm.
Depending on their on elevation and on the weight of the passenger and speed wise, there is a we have really high speed we can get to, but we're going to just install the software limit to buy with e-bike regulations in the
Right.
US.
And so when you're tackling the hills, are you gearing down the motor to get up the steep hills?
The beauty of that, there are no gears. The motors only have one gear inside, so
Hmm.
it's like a Tesla. There is
Hmm.
no gear shift. It's always optimal gear for you, and it just the motor adjusts the torque required to go there.
Oh, cool. All right. Here we go. Innovation or discipline?
I think some products do need discipline, something safety. When you design something that needs to be a disruptor, it's all about innovation. You cannot get popular, you cannot get market share just by being the most reliable. It comes later. You have to innovate, you have to offer something that's not there before. That's what TerraGlide is about. Bold design, bold features, unheard before, and comes with reliability that you expect from premium product.
Nice. Oh, your favorite tech gadget right now? Hmm.
Oh, I I have a few. I have a smartwatch. I have a fitness. I have a sleep ring. So I use them all. I think the best gadget is something that seamlessly blends into your life. And I think this gadget. I love my Whoop a lot. I use it for tracking my activities day and night. So yeah, that's probably one of the good additions to me lately.
All right, cool. Riding solo or with a group?
It's a personal preference. I think TerraGlide was built around riding solo,
Mm.
and it's something where you go out, you explore, you see. If you want to get riding with someone, you probably get a golf cart. TerraGlide is about all attention to you and you only.
Cool. All right, last question. A quote you live by.
The best way to imagine the future is to create it. It was told by a few people. Yeah, one of my good friends, Peter Diamandis, who say it a lot.
Mhm.
And yeah, we live by that at AG Protect and at TerraGlide. So if we want to get a better future, we do something about it and we actually design things for it. So yeah.
All right. Well, that's great. So, Alex, to wrap up, do you have any comments you'd like to say? Anything you'd like to say to our audience?
I love when products are built to serve a specific niche, not just to create a product for the product's sake. And I
Hmm.
like when companies are working together to build a better future. So I love what you're doing at Hawkeye. I love that you design the cameras which serve their underserved market, where safety is required, but there are not too many offerings. So congrats on that. And I think where we can combine the nice design, nice features, and those required safety features, it goes a long way. So we need more products to work together in this ecosystem, and something we built with TerraGlide and something we work for Hawkeye can be a perfect blend of design meets functionality.
Thanks for that, Alex. That's been great. Look, I've really enjoyed having the time to chat to you, the man behind TerraGlide, which I was introduced to as a product to start with, and the deep history that you have in innovation and engineering. It's kind of some icing on the cake. And I really start to believe in the product when I know the people that are behind it. So thanks for joining us, and
Thanks,
I'll talk to
Peter.
you again soon. Well, that was a fun interview. Learn a lot about TerraGlide, technology, Alex, and the brains and the team behind the TerraGlide product. Now, if you want to know more about TerraGlide, please click the links in the description. If you want to know more about Hawkeye, do the same. Also, check us out on hawkeye.bike. If you want to get your hands on a product, we are shipping them soon. Give us some love with a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I hope that helps, and thanks for watching.